vendetta. For complacency, gotta do better. And I spray like I got a Beretta. And the bullets inside of my head, they go. I use my tongue as a weapon. I use my lung and my breath is pushing out the effort. I'm best when I'm desperate and hungry and left to bogart you like Humphrey. Don't care if you love me. I'm doing something bigger than my situation. It's a journey, not a destination. Life is bigger than the issue making. It's still early, I ain't in the day yet. Take the systems and we gon' break them. Redefine all the rules they gave us. We gon' climb out from under basements to the roof. We gon' take our places. Cause I'm making the call. I ain't breaking the law. Get the people involved. And the city is ours. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Ain't nobody can stop us. Yeah, we started a ruckus. And the city is ours. We started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Ain't nobody can stop us. Yeah, we started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus.
Hello everybody and welcome here to WFA Live, and we have Bryce Spencer, the man who lost his championship almost 2 weeks ago at Revolve. And if you really ask me, Bryce Spencer was an amazing champion. He was undefeated for 500 days. He held the multi-universal championship and basically carried the company on his back with his fellow champions, knowing Corey Samuels, Cypher, and all the other, champions that were the champions, of course. But Bryce Spencer, being the main champion, really set the tone for WFA, and he set the tone pretty high.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bryce Spencer!
Bryce Spencer, we thought he was retiring at Revolve, if you really ask me, the way he was walking around, saying hi to the people. He even fixed the turnbuckle. And Bryce Spencer obviously is back in WFA. He is not going to take a break. I mean, he wasn't here last week, but he had to recover from what happened at Revolve. He got speared through the turnbuckle. He got speared 2 other times before and after that. And so Bryce Spencer really needed this recovery, and you can even see him holding his sides here. He is 100% hurting, and he's back here in WFA, so what a soldier. I'd be lying if I were to say it feels right. Coming out here to all of you, it just feels so different. It feels so just weird to me. I'm not a champion anymore. But I can say this. I can say that Bron Breakker deserves that championship more than anybody back there. Bron Breakker deserves the championship more than half of the people that is in this industry. I'm not out here to glaze Bron Breakker, but that's just how it is. And I'm not going to stand out here, blame, him or anybody for what happened at Revolve. Because you see, I'm not going to make an excuse. I'm not going to make the excuse that, I put on Bron Breakker's clothes and I act like Bron Breakker, so you know what? I actually never lost the title. I'm not going to do that. Because losers do that. People who can't accept that they lost a championship do that. Not me. I'm going to give it to you straight. Because right now, my ribs are killing me. They are. My ribs are killing me right now because of how strong the Bron Breakker is. And I knew what I was getting into when I stepped into this ring with Bron Breakker. I knew that he would spear me anywhere that he could. He would spear me everywhere. But you know what? I did something right though. I didn't let Bron Breakker get into my head, because when I stepped into this ring, I knew exactly what Bron Breakker was going to do. He was going to do
the spear. He was going to pick me up over his head. He was going to do anything it took to become the champion. And you know what? He became the champion. And again, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to blame other people. It was me who was counted. It was me who was put onto the mat. And you know, and I'm coming out here because I'm not going to take a break. I'm not going to take a break and just leave or something like that. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay consistent in this company because losers are the people who take breaks. People that don't even know how to run anything, people who do not have the passion like I do, they take breaks. I'm not taking a break. My body might be sore all over still from literally last week. My body might be sore. My body might hurt like crap. But this is WFA. And I run WFA still. I will still run WFA whether I have a championship or not. Because with a championship or not, I still have the name Bryce Spencer. I still have the name the best in the world. Representing the Bullet Club. Bryce Spencer does not need a championship in his name to be known as the greatest of all time. But that's not the case for other people. It's not the case for a lot of people. Because once they realize that they're not doing too good anymore, when they realize that their down lows are getting a little bit too low, that's when they decide to dip, when they decide to not do things anymore. You see, there's been times where I wonder if I'm falling off, where I wonder if I'm not doing too great. But you know what? I have the hope. The passion keeps me alive. The passion is what I have every single time I step into this whole entire place. Wrestling, this business, it's about athleticism. It's about a mindset. It's about knowing what you're stepping into whenever you walk into this industry. But the one thing that you can not live without in professional wrestling is the passion. It's the heart. It's that feeling whenever you step into a ring and there is wrestling pumping into your veins, when there is wrestling getting into your lungs and you breathe out and you speak professional wrestling, because professional wrestling is not all about whether you can pick someone up and you can put them down. This isn't about powerhouses. This isn't about strikers, about technicians, about high flyers. None of that matters unless you can actually back your words up when you say that you are a consistent professional wrestler. Because if you want to be the greatest, you got to make yourself the greatest. You got to make yourself known. You got to get the people talking. You have to get the people asking you, when's the next upload? When's the next time? You have to get your name. You got to get your name off of people's lips. And that's what I do. I walk into my classroom and I ask them, and they think that I'm going to be embarrassed whenever they pull up my YouTube channel. They think that I'm embarrassed. No. That's free advertisement, baby. I don't care about that. I've had my YouTube channel on the whiteboard of the teachers' whiteboards, and they have played my videos in front of like many students. I'm not embarrassed for what I do. I'm not embarrassed about this. They can talk about anything they want. They can call it cringy. They can call it weird. They can call it whatever they want. But at the end of the day, I'm not embarrassed to say that I am Bryce Spencer. I am the formal multi-universal champion, and I am the creator of Wrestling for Athletes Official. But frankly, not everybody can do that. Not everybody has the courage. Not everybody has the passion. That word passion is just, I love to use that word. It's a great word to describe me. You can't describe it about a lot of people, but it obviously describes me. Because trust me, when I can't upload, when I can't record something, when I literally am not able, it makes me feel a certain way. It makes me feel like the other people, the people watching my content are like, okay, this guy's a part-timer. I'm not a part-timer. The only part-timer I have ever seen in this building is a person, you know what? Nah. I don't like to get free advertisement. I don't like saying people's names. I'm just going to let y'all finish that. I'll let y'all sit on that. How about that? But I can promise you, I can tell you right now, WFA, the passion is never lost. The passion is always pumping through our veins. Either if we didn't have the Titantron, if I didn't have a tripod to set the camera on, if I didn't have, you know, all these weapons, if I didn't have any of this, it wouldn't matter because I would still love this sport. This sport is my sport. And frankly, there's nobody in this world who can do it better than me. And the only reason I am able to do this, that I am able to entertain the people, is because of all of you and because of everybody that's watching at home. It motivates me. It motivates me whenever I see the sub count increase, when I see the view count increase. In fact, speaking of that, Revolve has been the most successful pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, of all time. By the time this goes up, I'm sure it's already going to be 1.3K in under 2 weeks. Under 2 weeks. It took a week to get 1K. You know what? It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter. Sure, I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, who subscribes to my channel. I appreciate all of you. But I don't need that to have the passion, to have, you know, enough motivation. Motivates me a lot. I just said that, but I would still have that motivation. Again, maybe not as much, but I'd still do this. Because I don't need the numbers. The numbers are here to just clarify that I am at the top of the game. These numbers are here to clarify why people who want to run their mouths should really realize that they're going against giants when they're just a little pebble. So you want to know exactly what's going on with Bryce Spencer? You want to know what's going to happen with me? I guess I'm just going to start climbing that ladder again, building that pillar again, because I wasn't defeated for 500 days. Wasn't beaten, wasn't pinned, wasn't submitted, because as a champion, you can do it longer, but that doesn't always mean you did it better. Because I never lost a single match. And like my brother says, from now on, I'm never losing.
I never thought I'd see the day of Bryce Spencer being so humble, but he still has that ego. Don't get it wrong, and he's right about Braun Breaker being deserving. But that is all for us. We will see you next week on WFA Live.
Yeah, vendetta. Yeah, for complacency, gotta do better. And I spray like I got a Beretta. And the bullets inside of my head, they go. I use my tongue as a weapon. I use my lung and my breath is pushing.